Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube. I'm Vivian. So happy that you are here. Today we are going to just dive right in and talk about self-tanning. This is by far like not even close to being perfected, but I'm just going to show you and hopefully in the future do some like updated ones if I learn any new tips or tricks. Wow. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so anytime I upload a video you are very well aware. Give it a thumbs up at the end and comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried these products that I'm about to talk about or if you are going to try them. Let's go ahead, let's get started. So there are two products that I'm going to be talking about today. One that I use for my face and one that I use for my body. I know that some people use self-tanners, body self-tanners for their face. I'm going to stick to what I've been doing, and that is Isle of Paradise. I do have a completely dedicated video to the Isle of Paradise and talking in depth about it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I am going to just describe what this is. I came across it probably about a year and a half ago. It really seriously changed my life, and anyone who has bought it, I think the majority of the response is that they also love it. This one is specifically the tanning drops. I have it in the shade dark. So what you have to do, you have to use this with moisturizer. So I really recommend the Jet Lag Mask from Summer Fridays. This is the first moisturizer that I used it with, and I really like it because I usually use this at night and I let it combine with the mask, so it's super moisturizing, and then it kind of just absorbs, and the mask absorbs too. You don't have to take this mask off. So I use these two together, but you can use the moisturizers that you have. Number two, you have to pick a shade. So I picked dark, and I remember at Sephora the woman was like, well, I don't know, you know, if you get really tan, like why not just go for the dark, and you can use up to 12 drops on each one. So there's a light, medium, and dark, and I use the dark, and I use about, if it's my first time using the drops in a while, meaning like my face is literally pale, it has no tanning on it, then I use up to 3 or 4 or maybe even sometimes 5 or 6 drops. Recently I've used up to 7 just because my bottle is really old. I just need a new one, so I feel like the ingredients aren't as strong. I need several more drops to sustain that tan that I kind of want. So on a new bottle, I would recommend starting out, if you're not sure how it's going to be, starting out with like 3 or 4 drops. But yeah, also if you're kind of in the middle, go for a darker shade, because you can also use like 1 drop if you want, or 2 drops. So I feel for me, if I were to use a medium shade, I would have to use like 10 or 11 drops. I don't know. Go up to maybe a darker shade and use less drops. The bottle will last you a lot longer than going for your actual shade and then having to use more and more drops. Let's talk about reapplying. Usually I reapply it every 3 or 4 days. So let's say on Monday, I apply my 5 to 6 drops. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I still see my tan, so I'll go down to like 1 or 2 drops. If I go a whole entire week without reapplying the drops, then I'll just start from the beginning and just do up to like 5, 6, 7 drops. I hope that makes sense. So it's kind of just like, let's see what you have left on your face, and if you want more, then just add a couple more to kind of keep it, you know, the tan, or if you've let yourself go a whole entire week or many days without it, then start new. Number 1 rule that you must do while using this product is immediately after you apply it to your face and your neck, wash your hands with soap and water. So for my body, I'm going to use Loving Tan. I've been using this now for a while. I've also used Saint Tropez, and I really want to try Bondi Sand, so I'll be back with different tutorials on those. The Loving Tan has been great. This is a 2-hour express, and I usually use this at night. I usually do my whole entire self-routining at night, so that when I go to bed, I could just like sit there and I'm not sweating, I'm not doing anything, I'm not touching my face, and I'll wake up and I'll just feel glowy and like nice and rinse everything off. I am going to come back in 2 hours and show you the progress, and then I'm actually going to keep it on a little longer. So usually at night I sleep, what, 6, 7, 8 hours on a good day. So I do let this sit for way longer than 2 hours, but I'll show you what it looks like in 2 hours, and then I'll come back maybe 4 hours after and show you what it's like. This is great. It has a great smell. My friend Julia Havens has a great YouTube tutorial showing you the different tones that several popular self-tanners have. So this one, I forget what tone she says, but like basically one comes out a little reddish, one comes out a little green, one comes out a little more golden brown. I'm not sure what this one comes out with, but the reviews that I've heard have been great. I know everyone has a different skin tone, so this is by no means me telling you this is it, go get it. This is just me sharing what I'm using and my experience. So I hope that if you are looking for one, maybe this one resonates with you, but definitely, you know, keep your eye out, read the reviews, and find the best fit for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and first apply my Isle of Paradise to my face and then continue this with my body. And I do have a mitt here. I know my friend Julia uses latex gloves or just gloves to kind of put it all on her body. I don't do that, so it's just what it is, but I would recommend you using body lotion for your knees, your ankles, your feet, and your elbows, and kind of like your knuckles, your hands, and also exfoliating beforehand. I've done all that. I'm newly showered, so I'm gonna go ahead and start applying. Okay, so first I'm going to put my hair back. I'm gonna go ahead and apply, and usually I have a bathing suit on under this because I was taking the photos, but usually I'll go down to my neck with the Isle of Paradise and all over my face. So I filled up my bottle. Eek, I really need a new one. I'm going to use the Summer Fridays, about that much on my hand. And then I'm going to grab my bottle and I'm gonna dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going with 7 today because my bottle is just really old, really pale. And I'm just gonna put this all over my face, on my neck. I like to go on my ears, down my neck, eyelids. I like to go in my scalp too a bit because sometimes you have like such a clear, distinct line. So I really do like to put it kind of like in my scalp, just like in, or the hairline. And then, okay, I probably look crazy doing this, but you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna be nice and tan and beautiful after this. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and come back and do my body. Thank you so much, Isle of Paradise, for keeping me glowy. All right, I'm back. I already feel like my skin is glowing, and that could just be me and kind of like the placebo effect of just putting it on, but I don't know, it just makes me feel good. I'm gonna go ahead and now do the Loving Tan. First things first, you do have to lotion those parts of your body like I had mentioned before, so that is what I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna just get right into it. Okay, real quick, I know I'm squatting right now, but real quick, I'm going to just put a towel down here. Normally I would do this like in my bathroom, but lighting is just terrible in there, so not that it's any better in here, but I'm just gonna put a towel down, save my carpets from any accidents. Definitely do this in your bathroom and maybe in your shower so that if something falls on the ground, you could just rinse it off real quick. Also, I'm wearing just a terry cloth robe. I would be doing this naked, and then you definitely want to let your body just dry off before putting any clothes on, and I would put the baggiest types of clothes that you have. Also, my friend Julie Havens, I know I keep referring to her, but she really recommends using a black robe. So I have gotten this a little dirty from the self tan and it has come off, so I know that more than likely it will come off. But if you just want to save everything nice and just order something really cheap off of Amazon, I think she has a couple, so I'll take a look and hopefully link some down below. But if you're going to bed, I would definitely recommend putting a towel down when you sleep. It does come off on your sheets just a little, but it does also wash off. So just a little tad bit of information, and that's it. I like starting with my upper thigh, so I'm going to do 4 pumps, and we are going to use big circular motions to kind of work that tan around. Make sure you're doing a good job of looking at where you're applying it. If there's more that needs to be applied on the inner thigh, because I usually work on the outside, then you can go ahead and do that. So here I'm just applying 1 or 2 more pumps to do the inner thigh. When it comes to the knees, I go over that when the mid is pretty dry with the remnants, and then I'll continue working my way down on the calf and do the same process. And again, doing the toes and ankles when the mid is pretty much dry so that it's not super concentrated with self-tan. Make sure to get your booty. I'm not showing you the full booty shot, but you definitely don't want your butt to be white. And here I'm showing you what it looks like with and without the tan. I'm going to speed it up and do the same exact thing on the other side, about 4 pumps on the top and 2 pumps on the bottom. Make sure you are completely exfoliated, very well shaven, and make sure you are rubbing it in, taking the time to really get that tan in. Then I usually work my way up to the torso, and I'll do about 2 pumps on this, and I will also move my mitt to the back and do my lower back. Now I'm gonna do my arms, so about 2 pumps for the arms. Make sure you get the outside, make sure you get the inside, especially where that inner elbow is. And then when it comes to your shoulders, I do as much as I can. And then with the armpits, I like to kind of just coat it with that dry mitt, just like the ankles and the knees. And I'll just rub it over nice and lightly, kind of use the back of the mitt too. And lastly, my hands, I'll just go over the fingers with a pretty dry mitt and just kind of twist and turn over the fingers. Same thing on the other side, 2 pumps, make sure to get that nice and even. I do want to mention I did do my chest, which I do about 2 pumps, but I ended up taking my bikini top off for that. For my back, I had my friend Jules come in. I would say if you don't have anyone, just try your best to stretch and do a light coat. So the full body is now completely done. I will be back in about 2 hours to show you what that looks like, which will be like in 2 seconds for you. And then again in like 4, 5, or 6 hours, depending on when I decide to take a shower and kind of let it all run off. So keep watching because the results are literally right around the corner for you. All right guys, it has been 2 hours. My face possibly looks a little bit darker, a little more glowy. And then this is my body right now with 2 hours, nothing has been washed off. It looks good. I feel good. I feel like I'm nice and tanned. I'm gonna bring this down here. Okay, I look naked. I am definitely going to go ahead and let this sit for a bit longer, but right now there are no streaks that I can see. Everything looks pretty good, and I'm probably gonna leave this on for a little bit longer. By the time I take it off, it's probably going to be dark, so I'll take a little video clip just so that you can see it, but I'm definitely gonna show you tomorrow in the bright light, the before and the after, so that you can see truly what I look like before and what I look like after several hours of having the self tan on. All right guys, it's kind of nighttime. As you can see, it's really dark, but I'm about to wash off the tan, so I just want to show you what it's like now. But this is it. I'm going to stand back so you can see. This is what it looks like. I hope you can see the legs. So I'm gonna rinse it off. It's 11:30 and I put this on when it was 2:40. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8 hours and 9 hours. Oh my God. Okay, it's like I need to go to bed. So I'm gonna wash it off and wake up in the morning and show you what it looks like. And my face is just, you know, looking like it has a little bit of color, so I'm happy with it. All right guys, it is the next morning and this is kind of what my face looks like with the Isle of Paradise. As you can see, I'm looking up at the screen right now. I definitely think I have a couple shades darker than what I was at yesterday when I was talking. I'm gonna put it side by side so you can just kind of see. And it's not, this whole entire self-tan video isn't to like be as if you've been out in the sun the entire summer. It's just to give you a nice little glow, make you feel like you have a little bit of color. So I hope that you don't watch this and think like, oh, I'm going to, you know, look like I've been in Bermuda for 5 years. Like, no, it's not that. It's just to give you a little bit of color and make you just feel good and feel like you have a healthy skin color, healthy skin tone, you know, like you've just been kissed by the sun. So I definitely think I'm happy with this result on my face. I think it's super smooth, super clear. And then next I'm gonna share my body. Here is the before and after. Alright guys, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am feeling definitely glowy and I don't think it's crazy amounts of color, but I definitely think there is something there that makes a difference from what I was feeling and looking like yesterday. Again, this is not to say you are going to be looking like you've just spent a whole entire summer in the Amalfi Coast or something like that. This is just a little video tutorial to show you what I have been using and hopefully to help you feel nice and glowy and just a little bit sun-kissed. So right now I do have a little bit of makeup on. I just put on a little bit of bronzer and blush and highlighter. I do have a makeup favorite video, so be sure to check that out if you are interested in those products, and everything is linked below. I'm also going to link everything below in this video, and if you've tried out any self-tanners that you absolutely love, that you're like, Viv, I think you should do before and after on this and maybe compare it to Loving Tan, go ahead, let me know. I am definitely willing to try different ones because I know that everyone has different skin tones and things like that. So this is Loving Tan and Isle of Paradise. I love the Isle of Paradise. I've also heard of different face drop tanners, so I'm definitely willing to try different face tanners. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please go ahead, let me know, and I will see you next time. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave it a thumbs up, and again, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. All right guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.